that, I'll take questions. Bob?
Well, on Ukraine, could you kind of sketch out the picture on the ground there as best you could in terms of what the latest movements of Russian forces, tanks and other forces into Ukraine, what numbers, and the degree to which that represents an escalation of their involvement, and whether you consider this an invasion?
Okay, well, there's an awful lot there, Bob. I'm not going to try to detail in great specificity what the Russian armed forces are doing. I mean, that's really for their defense ministry to speak to. I mean, it's their military, and we don't have a perfect view of everything they're doing. That said, as I have said many times, we have continued to see them build up their capabilities along that border. We have continued to see them advance weapon systems, some very sophisticated, into eastern Ukraine in support of the separatists. And as I've said just earlier this week, that we have long believed that Russian forces, military forces, have been a part of that movement, facilitating the movement and then helping the separatists use, if not using it themselves, in support of separatists. So we've seen this continue to build and build and build, and now you've seen NATO come out with some imagery recently that has shown, not only laid bare those facts for everybody, but talked about how in the last couple of weeks that effort has intensified as the Ukrainian armed forces have gotten more capable and been able to retake territory in eastern Ukraine. And we believe that has helped foster Moscow's intention to intensify these efforts. So it's a continuation of what we've seen all along. Whatever verb you want to put on it, whatever you want to call it, it's just, again, an intensification of the same behavior that we've been seeing Russia do now for several months. So our position hasn't changed. We continue to look for ways to support the Ukrainian armed forces and the border guards. We continue to look for ways to reassure our NATO allies and partners, and we continue to call for Russia to pull its forces back and to stop escalating the tension there.
On that point about looking for ways to support Ukrainian forces, are you preparing any new initiatives? Are you considering training inside Ukraine with U.S. forces or anything of that nature?
I'm not aware of anything specifically inside Ukraine, Bob, but we have had a 20-year-plus relationship with the military of Ukraine, and that will continue. And we believe that it is, in some measure, helped with their own professionalism and organization and command and control capabilities, simply the association with us and the training opportunities that we've had. I don't have anything specific to announce today in terms of a new exercise, but we are continuing, and I think there were press reports about yet another exercise that we're doing, I think in Poland, coming up here. So when we talked about the fact that we were going to look for ways to make the training regime more aggressive and more more comprehensive in Europe, we meant what we said, and we continue to do that. But no, I don't have anything particular to announce today. Yeah.